Aloha and welcome to Start by Starting, the podcast where we talk about navigating life as an older adult with a new ASD diagnosis. I'm your host, Susan, and today we are talking about, we're actually celebrating National Autism Acceptance Month. And by sharing an invaluable resource for self advocacy, the Autistic Self Advocacy Network, or ASAN. Their website, autisticadvocacy.org, offers a wealth of support and tools to empower individuals with autism. Whether you're seeking advice, community, or ways to advocate for yourself, the ASAN is there to help you take that next step. So let's just dive in. Segment 1. The struggles of undiagnosed or self-diagnosed adults. In this first segment, let's address something many older undiagnosed or self-diagnosed adults with ASD faced: the frustration of not being accepted or believed. For many, especially those who were never diagnosed as children, there's a sense of isolation and confusion. They may have struggled for years without understanding why they feel different, only to be met with skepticism or dismissal when they start to explore autism later in life. This lack of understanding can really affect every aspect of daily life, whether it's difficulty at work, feeling misunderstood in social situations, or struggling to get the right support in healthcare. The frustration of not being validated can really lead to feelings of anxiety, depression, low self-esteem. Many adults in this situation may also feel like they have to mask their true selves to fit in, which can really be emotionally exhausting and draining over time. So the journey of finally receiving a diagnosis or coming to a self-diagnosis acceptance can bring relief, but it can also come with the challenge of advocating for one's needs, often in environments where people may not be ready to listen or understand. This is where support networks and resources like ASAN can be crucial in helping individuals take that first step towards understanding, acceptance, and empowerment. Segment 2. What services do they offer? We'll take a look at the valuable services offered by the Autistic Self Advocacy Network, ASAN. So Self-Advocacy Resources, ASAN, provides a range of tools and guides to help individuals with autism advocate for themselves in different settings, whether it's in education, work, or healthcare. They offer community support. ASAN connects with individuals with autism to a vibrant, supportive community where they can share experiences and find encouragement. They also have policy and advocacy information. ASAN works at the national level to promote policies that improve the lives of autistic people. They focus on creating inclusive, accessible environments for all. And right now, if you've paid attention to the news at any point, you'll know that our current administration is busy dismantling mostly all the support networks that we need: healthcare, medical, grants, even organizations that are helping people who are in the margins are being dismantled. And so this ASAN really helps to push back on policies that harm us. And they're out there in the trenches in DC and every state advocating for your and my needs. That's why I really love this resource. Now, training in education. Through workshops and educational materials, ASAN helps increase awareness and understanding of autism, both for individuals on the spectrum and the broader public. Now, these services are designed to empower and uplift those with autism, promoting self-determination and inclusion at every stage of life. It's so helpful right now because not every space is a safe space for those who are neurodivergent. I've experienced a lot of pushback, name calling, doubt, even within our autism communities. And many of our autism communities are really not diverse. And I'm going to have um, a podcast segment on that and how, if you cannot find a diverse community that will talk about how autism affects those who are in the margins, I can share with you how maybe you can build one yourself. We don't have to sit around and wait for others to do it for us and to support us. We can support us by us, which is what brought me to coaching for ASN today. I didn't feel included in any autistic space. I didn't see anything talking about how autism presents in the African American community. And we all know that there's no resources, no research out there for us. Absolutely none. So this is where we can pick up the mantle. And you don't have to be in the margins to pick up the mantle for those who are in the margins. You can actually just include everyone and research for yourself, learn for yourself how different cultures experience and handle autism or neurodivergence, and be one of the good people out there who is just not talking about, Googling and then just reading what they find, but actually doing the research, actually caring about communities, actually drawing everyone in so everyone can feel accepted. And that is the purpose of this month. Now, segment 3, empowering yourself through self-advocacy, practical tips and tools. Now, if you're a level 1 adult with ASD, self-advocacy might feel overwhelming at first, especially with a new diagnosis. I know it was for me. It took me, honestly, 2 years to even grasp it and to accept it myself and even talk about it out loud. But it's one of the most powerful tools you can have as you navigate this journey. So let's break it down into manageable, practical tips and steps that will help you feel more in control and confident. Number 1, what is self-advocacy? Self-advocacy is about knowing your rights, speaking up for your needs, and making decisions that align with your personal goals. It's about recognizing that you deserve respect, accommodations, and the opportunity to live the life on your terms. For adults with ASD, it's particularly important to understand your own needs, whether that's sensory accommodations, clear communication, or a structured routine, and how to communicate those needs effectively to others. Number 2, practical self-advocacy tips. Know your rights. It's crucial to be informed about your rights in areas like work, education, and healthcare. For example, did you know that under the Americans with Disabilities Act, the ADA, you're entitled to reasonable accommodations in the workplace or at school? ASAN and other resources can help you understand your rights in different settings. Ask for what you need. It can be hard to ask for help. Many of us just will not open our mouths and ask for the fear of being shamed, especially at our age. But being clear about what you need can make a huge difference. Whether it's requesting a quiet workspace to help you focus or asking for written instructions, making these needs known to your employer, teacher, or healthcare provider is the first brave step toward creating an environment where you can thrive. Build a support network. As I mentioned earlier, advocacy isn't just about speaking up for yourself. It's about connecting with others. You can build a support network of people who understand you, whether that's friends, family, mentors, or fellow members of the autism community like we are here. Having a support system can give you the confidence and strength to keep advocating for what you need. Next step is to stay informed. One of the best ways to advocate for yourself is by staying up to date on autism related issues and policies. ASAN's website is full of resources, guides, and updates that can help you understand what's going on in the world of autism advocacy. The more informed you are, the more effective you can be in advocating for changes that will benefit you. Step 3, creating a personal advocacy plan. This sounds overwhelming, but let me just state it real simply here. You can do it. One way to stay focused and proactive is to create your own personal advocacy plan. This can be a simple document or list where you outline what accommodations you need in different areas of life. For example, at work, you might need flexible hours to avoid sensory overload, or at school, you might require extra time on assignments. So you want to start by setting small, achievable goals and work towards those one step at a time. And while we're talking about this, I'm actually in the process of creating a personal advocacy plan that you can download that helps you to set these small, achievable goals and keep it with you at all the time and update it. And you can add, just print it off. And that way, as you change, your plan will change. That's upcoming real soon. So don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be updated when that's available. Number 4, empathy and understanding in advocacy. Now, self-advocacy isn't just about making your voice heard. It's also about helping others understand your experience. That's what I'm doing here. Giving you the power and the voice to share your experience in the comments as well. So don't be afraid to do that. Educating people about your needs and autism in general can really help foster empathy and understanding. And we heard someone also in the last couple of weeks who has been diagnosed as level 1 as well, who believes that empathy is a downfall. Quite the opposite. Empathy is necessary for all human beings. And it's a myth that people on the spectrum have no empathy. As a matter of fact, we are probably some of the most empathetic people in the world, even to our own detriment, as we take in so much of other people's pain and wear it like a glove. We can stop that today too. Now, whether it's explaining sensory sensitivities or how certain routines help you feel more comfortable, these conversations can build a more inclusive environment in your personal and professional life. Now, remember, self-advocacy is a skill that gets stronger the more you practice it. It might feel intimidating at first. As a matter of fact, it probably will be. But start small. Be patient with yourself and know that it's okay to ask for help. You have the power to shape your own path and ensure your needs are met along the way. In the next segment, we'll explore more ways about to create a supportive environment for yourself, whether that's at school, work, or at home. So stay tuned. Your neurodivergence is not something to hide. It's something to embrace. And that embracement starts today. So it's this month is Autism Acceptance Month. Share in the comments what you would like to do on your own socials to help other people who may feel lost and unaware of their own neurodivergence, and how you can share information that you learn here with them, also giving them the support that you feel that you get. So if this episode resonated with you, keep following and remember to reach out. I'd really love to hear your thoughts. I'm not just a person on the tube, but I'm a real person. I'm in the same trenches with you. Have you experienced non-acceptance with your diagnosis? Or if self-diagnosed, told that you were wrong? I want to know how that made you feel. You don't have to go deep into specifics, but maybe a small incident where it really affected you. I want to know how it affected you and what happened with that. What small steps are you taking towards advocating for yourself and other neurodivergent people of all ages, not just us older people? But remember, you were always neurodivergent. You didn't just turn a certain age and become autistic. You were autistic from birth. And I'm 65. I don't hold any grudges against my parents for not knowing that they could have gotten support for me, especially since my mother was a psychiatric nurse working in Wayne County Hospital in Michigan called Eloise, which was first started for housing the mentally disabled and the physically infirmed. That's what they called them at the time. And I remember going on a Saturday to her with work when I couldn't get childcare. I think I was about 8 or 9. And I took my dolls and my toys and my cards and I played with those adults on that unit. There were so many that I remember by name today, and that it took me all these years to realize I connected on a deep level with them, because many of them were on the high level, autism 2 and 3. And I understood them. My mother was amazed that even while they weren't unmedicated, they were so calm with me and they were able to interact and communicate with me like they couldn't with other adults, even the nurses or the doctors. So I was blessed from a young age to gain empathy for others, and not really realizing I was the others. So share in the comments or send me a message. Here's a final reminder. Now remember, you are worthy of being seen and accepted exactly as you are. And until next time, take care and keep showing up for yourself. Aloha.